Lantana plant is a hardy flowering plant that also produces very unique flowers. So in this video, we will discuss all about Lantana plant care tips. Following these tips guarantees a blooming plant, so follow point by point and subscribe to our channel for more videos. The first and the most important thing in Lantana plant care is understanding their growing season. So it's a summer flowering plant that have an ideal temperature range of 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. In this range it grows very well. Overall its growing season starts in the early springs and continues over the whole summers. In winters, Lantana plant goes under a dormancy condition. At this time, its growth stops and maybe some of its leaves turns yellow and falls off. But that's normal, just keep it under a bright shade. Overall, you can plant it, prune it, fertilize it in summers while avoid all of this in winters. Another important thing in Lantana plant care guide is its soil mix. Lantana plant is a very hardy and a wild plant that never stops to grow even when the soil is a little hard or compact. But a water blocking mixture can put it under a shock where it completely stops to grow and shows us yellow leaves. So ideally, you should make sure the soil you are using for Lantana plant is well draining and a little loose. You can mix 1 part of sand or coco peat in your 3 parts of Lantana soil to make it well draining. Or you can use this homemade mixture, it works best for Lantana plant. Video on this is added in the description box, must check it out. And make sure the moisture never stays too long in your soil mix, and also subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks. Another common thing to understand in Lantana plant care is a proper watering technique. It's very simple. It's a summer plant, so soil will be drying out time to time, and whenever you see the soil is dry a little bit, water it frequently. Just never water when the soil is already moist. Another very important thing in Lantana plant care is to place it where it should be. So Lantana plant is a flowering plant, obviously it loves sunlight. You can place it in an area that receives minimum 3 to 5 hours of direct sunlight. And in hot summers, like in June and July, if the sun is too hot, yes, you can temporarily move it to a less sunny area. Otherwise, it's a sun-loving plant. Deficiency of light will appear in the form of less buds and flowers, stunted and laggy growth, and pale yellow leaves. So make sure of a sunny spot and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Another important thing in Lantana plant care is its pot size. Some varieties of Lantana plant grow huge and requires a big size pot. And basically they are grown in the ground. So first of all, make sure the pot you have is big enough for your Lantana plant or not. You can choose a 10 to 14 inches of a pot for a medium sized plant. Small plants can survive in smaller pots, but it's better if you give them a good size grow bag right from the springs, so it have the whole summers to grow new roots and shoots. Grow bags are also linked in the description box to buy. Don't repot it in hot summers, wait for a rainy day or monsoon time. Another very important thing in Lantana plant care is its proper fertilization. Lantana plant is a moderate feeder that requires normal fertilization, means not so much and not so less. Shortly, use a balanced, nutrients-enriched fertilizer at least twice a month, especially in its growing season. You can also use this homemade fertilizer made just for flowering plants according to their requirements. Video on this fertilizer is linked in the description box and I button. Must check it out and apply it every 2 weeks. Another growth boosting thing in Lantana plant care is its timely pruning. Lantana plant is a fast growing plant that grows very long branches, which can make it leggy and D-shaped. Also, it affects the flowering of Lantana plant. Therefore, it's best if you use a regular pruning routine, especially if it's growing in the ground. In pots, they grow slow, but still pruning can give us many benefits. Simply chop off 1 inch part of all the growing shoots. This will encourage multiple branches on the plant, which results in more flowering. Hope you got the idea. Here you can also subscribe to our channel. Common problems of Lantana plant includes the yellowing leaves, stunted growth, less flowering, etc. For that, feel free to check out a detailed article from the description box. Pests like mealybugs, aphids, mites, etc. all can attack on your Lantana plants. Stronger plant can fight, but to be safe, you can use a weekly neem oil spray routine on all your plants as a prevention. Video on neem oil, common pest and their treatment is also linked in the description box. You can check that too. So it's all about Lantana plant care. Here is a detailed video on hibiscus plant growing tips. Must check it out and subscribe to our channel.